Good evening, all. I have that much to go through tonight. I'm just thinking, where do I even start? Come and join me. So this has been a seriously full-on week, packed, absolutely packed full of education, and obviously telling you all about the new products. As far as I see it, you people are at the coalface. You are my clients. You're the people that trust me, so you deserve to know first, which is why I've taken all this time to go through all of these amazing products with you. And tonight is the last one, and it is Recharge, and it is absolutely effing phenomenal. It is, I designed it because I knew that stress was a major player, is a major factor in 90% of my clients' lives, plus 90% plus. And I do a session on stress and creating some awareness around it, explaining the physiology of stress and your adrenal glands, and how when you're going into menopause you rely heavily on your adrenals because they produce the estrogens, if you like, that your ovaries no longer produce, so they help you out a lot. And if you're going into menopause or you're perimenopausal and you have burnt out adrenals, or you've been stressed for a long time, you're going to have a horrendous time of it in terms of symptoms and how you feel and your mood. So I knew I needed to develop a product like this, and there is nothing like it. It is made with organic KSM 66 ashwagandha. It is phenomenal. It really is. So I'll talk to you about that just shortly. Really exciting tonight because we have Kate. Kate Nowler has a clinic in London, and our business is Blood Labs. And what she does is she's a clinician who tests people like you and me, and athletes and members of the public, to get baselines on a whole host of different things. And at the end of February, I'm going to go down to London and she's going to test the hell out of me. And it's going to be great. She's going to use me as a guinea pig and as a talking point. And then round about April time, we're going to have an event in London. I'm going to invite you all. And if you want to, you can get tests as well while you're there with Kate. It's going to be great. And yes, we will have a night out after it. Why would we not? Definitely. So, are you drinking enough water? There's a whole lemon in here, and when I go live on both pages, graduates and whatchamacallit, Feel It Be, it only shows me, I think it's graduate numbers, which is dead strange. But Feel It Be, you're definitely here, aren't you? You're all in. Yes. Right, first thing, fasting, intermittent fasting. This is great for graduates as well, just a reminder. Somebody says today, how do we know when we're ready to fast? So, generally speaking, obviously this is a detox, so it's a bit different. But generally speaking, it is you're ready to fast when you are fat adapted, which means you're not craving carbohydrates. You don't have the regular peaks and troughs of blood sugar or spikes in when your blood sugar flatlines. You start to crave and get hungry and feel fatigued and want to go for a mid-afternoon nap. You're not getting that. And when you eat something, you're not craving something sweet. They're indicators that you are fat adapted. You're not looking for the bad carbs anymore. But it is early days and it's a detox. So that's a tricky one to master. But if you are not craving carbohydrates, and I mean breads, pastas, cereals, cakes, biscuits, all that crap, then that's a good indication that you are fat adapted, or you're certainly going that way. And if that's you, and if you think you could fast, fasting has the most tremendous benefits. I'm a serial faster. I love fasting. I feel great on a fast, and when I do prolonged fasts, I feel on top of the world. Nobody would be able to stop me on a fast and stop me in any capacity. I'm on fire on a fast. My brain, my body, I'm fully functional and ready to take things to the next level. I feel completely in control. So it's a complete myth that when you fast, you're depleted, you've got no energy, you're zapped. Unless you're not fat adapted, unless you're still craving carbohydrates, unless you are a binge eater or you eat every sort of 2-3 hours. So you're snacking, lunch, snacking, evening meal, supper, breakfast, mid-morning snack. So you're constantly eating. You're going to find it really, really difficult. But if you're ready to fast, I would encourage you to fast. It is phenomenal. I've talked all week about gut health and microbiome, and I've talked also about when you do fast, that little Manny with a wee sweeping brush is in that intestine and he's clearing out all the bacterial cells, the viruses, the fungus, and you're resynthesizing new proteins, you're cleaning up DNA and misfolded proteins and mitochondria that are dysfunctional. You're clearing all of that out and you're producing new proteins. And it is so anti-aging. It's phenomenal. Intermittent fasting. It's not starvation. Just because you're missing that meal in the morning, let's say, doesn't mean you're counting calories, so you're trying to get under a certain amount of calories. You're not. You're probably, that next meal, which might be 2-3 o'clock, that meal might be a little bit bigger. It's not calorie restriction. It's a period of eating and not eating, and that's all it is. So people think, oh yeah, you're starving yourself on that. No. Have you seen my platefuls? Since when was that starving yourself? I've not counted the calorie. I've not weighed a single morsel on that plate. The benefits are huge. So anti-aging, autophagy. That's your body's natural recycling system. Research it. Autophagy. 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 Growth hormone. Your growth hormone. Growth hormone is a phenomenal fat burner. So not only are you not eating, and then you're exercising, you're moving, you're doing your yoga, so you're doing movement with no food in your belly. So what you're essentially doing is you're using your own fat as fuel. Your growth hormone surges, so you're ramping your fat burning properties right up. So could you imagine the amount of belly fat you're going to lose, the amount of underarm fat you're going to lose, and wherever you've got fat, you're going to lose it. And there's no calorie suppression at all. You're just missing a meal. You say, well, that is I'm missing calories there. I'm not telling you not to eat more at your next meal. Crazy, isn't it? It's bonkers. Okay, so that's fasting. Also, there's other benefits, other psychological benefits, and other gratitude benefits when you're fasting, and especially when you do an extended fast, which we're coming on to in week 4, by the way. You're so grateful for your food. Say you fast for, I don't know, God, I'm getting phone calls galore here. Say a 24-hour fast, which you might never do for a long time. But let's just say, for example, you're fasted for 24 hours, you're due to eat your first meal. Oh my God, do you appreciate it? Absolutely. Do you appreciate the fact that it's grass-fed, wild-caught, grass-finished, everything? Your vegetables are organic, there's no chemicals, herbicides, insecticides, pesticides on there. You just love it, and you become obsessed about good, clean food. You become obsessed about the quality of your food, not the numbers of calories on your plate. So that is fasting. I've put a video on today that tells you everything really about fasting. Please watch it. Just go to the little magnifying glass, put my name in, and you'll see the video come up, and I'll talk you through it. Okay? Fine. I also wanted to talk to you about the ORAC reading. And I discussed it very briefly last night. So the ORAC reading is basically the oxygen radical absorption capacity, or absorbance capacity. And you might think, right, okay, you told me that last night, but what does it actually mean? I've got a runny nose. I've had a runny nose all day, sorry. So it's the ORAC reading. So it basically means it's the capacity of the antioxidants that you're eating to fight free radical damage. Now you'll remember, free radical damage is when you have a sugar that meets with a protein or a fat, boom, and it causes, it's like that Pac-Man. Here's the sugar, it finds fat, good fats, and it finds proteins. And so what was good then gets turned bad because the sugar has caught it and it's sugar encased now and it's covered in sugar. And that could cause, well, that's glycation. Anything that's sugar coated is glycation, but it's an oxidant. And it produces, so if you have a cell in your body, a nice healthy cell, say it's let's go even smaller than that. You've got trillions of atoms in your body and you have paired electrons. So here's the electron and here's an atom and here's an atom. They always come in pairs. But this glycated molecule, sugar coated, it's glycated, it's been damaged. The good fat and the good protein has been damaged because of the sugar and the refined carbohydrates, which essentially is why it's causing your cholesterol to be out of whack. Not your good cholesterol, but the bad cholesterol. It's not good fats. It's sugar and refined carbohydrates. It's sugar and refined carbohydrates. It's not butter and cheese and cream. It's not these that are causing cardiovascular risk. It's sugar and carbohydrates, refined carbohydrates, not vegetables and fruits. All the shit that's made in the factories. Anyway, where was I? So this here is an atom with paired electrons, but this glycated cell, molecule let's call it, is so damaging that it causes free radical damage. And when it bounces off here, it kind of this is really simple obviously, it damages this atom. And these electrons, one of them might be that damaged that it kind of, makes it unstable. Very hard to explain. Makes it unstable because they're not paired anymore. This one's damaged. So you get all this free radical damage. And when you get free radical damage, that's when you get all the inflammation and oxidation. An oxidised liver, for example, is lots of free radical damage caused by this sort of stuff. And fructose and sugar and alcohol and pollution and toxins and non-organic stuff are pollutants and they're oxidisers. They are horrendous for this sort of thing, free radical damage. However, the ORAC rating, which our supplements are very high on, for example, let me just put this into context for you. Turmeric has an ORAC rating of 150,000. We know that it's good for cellular repair. Oregano, brilliant for a detox, has an ORAC rating of 200,000 or thereabouts. Massive. Cinnamon, same thing, 265,000. Shiitake mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms like we've got in our products, 300,000 on the rating scale. Clove, garlic clove, 314, 320,000, massive. So cocoa, cinnamon, clove, oregano, thyme, all very, very high. Shiitake mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms, reishi mushrooms, we've got them all. Very, very high. So in terms of antioxidant and the protection against free radical damage, amazing. So I had to cover that again just so you knew what that meant when you read the label and you go, right, what does that mean? So, where are we? Turmeric's very good, yes, and you can even break open the capsule and put it on your curries and stuff. Great, amazing. Where's my mousse? Okay. Yeah, free radicals are, so when an apple, you bite into an apple and it goes brown, that's it becoming oxidised. But when you put an antioxidant next to it, like a lemon, it donates electrons. But then that loses an electron, so that has to borrow. They're always paired, you see. So phenomenal little things, aren't they? Antioxidants and oxidizers, the whole thing, atoms and eons, and I on that level, I don't have a science brain, so it takes me a lot of learning. But it is pretty phenomenal what your body can do. Anyway, all you need to know is we're bathing your body in a sea of goodness, not a sea of badness. We're getting rid of all the badness and we're minimising oxidisers. Okay, so last night I wanted to just do a really quick recap. We covered the pH index, and I told you that your blood is a good set point. That's 7.35 and 7.45 on the pH scale, which is quite alkaline. 7 and above is alkaline, below 7 is acidic. Look here. Yeah, so this is the blood here. This is 1, it goes all the way up to 14. 7 is neutral. I've just written some notes on there for Leo. So, gut health, microbiome, you now realise that your depression, your anxiety, your fatigue, your bloating, your acid reflux, your type 2 diabetes, the fact that you're a pain in the arse, and you're a moany bugger, is all linked to your gut. And there's a 6-lane, there's a 20-lane motorway going from your brain to your gut. They're both like brains, really, essentially. And that vagus nerve that connects the two of them is so efficient at getting information from brain to gut and gut to brain. And any changes to pH or blood pressure or pulse or any of the normal equilibrium values in your body is detected by both. Okay, so it's been a full-on week. We've covered leaky gut, microbiome, SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. You also get FIBO, and so instead of SIFO, instead of bacterial, it's fungal. And the fact that stress kicks everything off. So if you're stressed, the chances are your microbiome isn't what it should be, and it will be causing you problems. You could have leaky gut as well because of all the wheat you eat, because of all the biscuits that you eat, because of all the crap that you've had. Alcohol, sugars, pastas, cereals, cakes, depleting gluten, depleting that lining of your intestine, causing leaky gut, and actually you've got a whole load of different deficiencies because you can't absorb anything if it's leaky, can you? It's fallen through into the bloodstream and it's giving you an immune response, and that might be allergies, it might be sinus problems, it might be asthma, it might be a bad mood, it could be a whole host of different things. It might be an autoimmune condition like lupus, type 1 diabetes, MS, blah de blah de blah. So everything is connected, isn't it? Crazy. So that's fine. That was pH, apple cider vinegar. Told you about all of the benefits if you have a gut issue. If you have a gastro issue though, or an ulcer, I would seek medical advice before you take apple cider vinegar because that will aggravate it. But if you don't have these, and you don't even know what you've got, you just know that the symptoms are there, start trying apple cider vinegar and it should alleviate a lot of those symptoms. And let me know how you go on. Right, fine. Fine. Gas, indigestion, burping, bloating, farting. I've never farted in my life, don't even... Yeah, no, never. Allergies, acid reflux, testing, loads of testing. Right, okay. So, we have covered so much this week, honestly. And I've tried to cover as much other topics as possible as well. So I've mentioned metabolic syndrome, I've mentioned cholesterol, I've mentioned inflammation. So I've kind of woven it right through to get everybody up to speed. If you've been on Feel Like Bee for a number of months, you would have had every session explained to you. Whereas the new people, you've got all this new stuff. I've never covered the microbiome and gut health as comprehensively as I have this week. So, but it pushes other things to the bottom of the pile. So this is Recharge. I want to tell you about this. Tonight at 7:30, Kate is coming on and we're going to talk to Kate about testing and her area of work, which will be hugely interesting for you. So this is an adaptogenic blend. Now you're thinking, what's an adaptogen? An adaptogen is something that allows your body to remain in homeostasis. So like I said to you before, like your blood pressure, like your pulse, like your pH levels. So when you take ashwagandha, for example, it's a what did I just say? It's an adaptogenic, so it helps your body balance itself. It's amazing. There's mushrooms in here as well. Mushrooms are so medicinal. It's like taking drugs, as you know, because magic mushrooms. But not for those reasons. This product is unbelievable. If this is not on the shelves in Harrods in a couple of years' time in Selfridges, I will be dumbstruck. It is unbelievable. It's made with KSM 66, which is the most researched ashwagandha on the market, and here we are here. KSM 66 ashwagandha, the highest concentration, highly bioavailable, which means your body could use it. It's pointless taking a supplement if your body can't use it. So there's claims made on that, and there's research to back this up. Full spectrum of root extract. It's phenomenal. We've got it. That's what I waited on all that time. KSM 66 is ashwagandha extract made by you don't need to know that. And it took 14 years of research and development to refine the product. So there's a huge amount of work went into this and assessing the impact of it. It's the most clinically studied ashwagandha on the market. Their name is the industry leader in clinical trials and basic research investigating the effectiveness of ashwagandha. KSM 66 has been evaluated in 22 gold standard human clinical trials. It's amazing, and we have it. It's a phenomenal product. And there's a blend in here, so there's other things as well. So let me just go through and talk you through them. So again, it's 1 to 2 tablets or 1 to 2 capsules daily. Start on 1. I'm just going to read it to you because you asked me so many questions. Don't exceed the recommended intake, obviously. Food supplements are not a substitute, for food. Obviously food first, always, which I've said to you. If pregnant, breastfeeding, take medications, or have a medical condition, consult a doctor, healthcare, blah, blah, blah. Right, it's fine. Free from soya, yeast, dairy, and obviously gluten, and is suitable for vegans. So, there's magnesium citrate. Magnesium citrate is a fantastic form of magnesium. It's slowly absorbed into the system, and so it's not hard hitting. It will have an impact on anyone who is constipated. It will help relieve that, which is good, because when you start feel it be, sometimes you do get quite backed up and constipated. L-theanine, which I'll come back to. So organic KSM 66, ashwagandha root, 5% withanolides. Now, I've got a slide here because you've maybe never heard of withanolides before, so here we are here. What are they? They are the active ingredient in ashwagandha, a popular adaptogen sold in supplement form. Ashwagandha's benefits work best when it includes a high concentration of withanolides, which this does, which research shows can be beneficial in inhibiting tumour growth and fighting inflation. So even on that product, it is absolutely phenomenal. I'm hugely proud of it. And then added to that, we have reishi mushrooms, and I've got a list of stuff that I want to talk to you about here. They increase killer cells, and in particular fight cancer cells. So together with inhibiting tumour growth, amazing. Reishi mushrooms are fantastic, and they're quite, shall we say, trendy at the moment, but they're trendy for all the right things, but it has to be organic. They reduce fatigue and they help normalise blood sugar. They strengthen the immune system also. They have huge anti-inflammatory properties. They're high on the ORAC value scale, like I've just told you before. They support adrenal function, so they are fantastic at when you manage your stress and you identify the stress and the stressor and you start doing something about it, they can actually help manage stress and support your adrenal glands. Remember, your adrenals a lot of the time are in fight or flight. So you've also got the magnesium in here, which is a natural calmer. So already, the things I'm telling you, phenomenal for stress. Maintaining equilibrium, calming the system down. Ashwagandha in there that gives all these phenomenal benefits. that I'll get to. Where am I? I'm still on reishi mushrooms. So I've just got a wee note here. An adaptogen is a natural botanical or medicinal mushroom which helps the body to adapt to stress through stimulating the body's stress protection response, helping the system return to a balanced state, helping your state of mind. Ashwagandha root, also called Indian ginseng, formulated using the leading premium brand of ashwagandha, which is KSM 66, which I'm very proud of. Promotes balance, reduces stress and fatigue, controls cortisol production, the fight or flight stress hormone. Controls healthy weight management, can reduce stress and food cravings, anti-inflammatory, increases energy, and is an adaptogenic and botanical. Rhodiola. You've heard of rhodiola. Here's what it does. Alleviates fatigue, reduces stress symptoms and burnout, helps reduce depression, increase mental performance during stressful periods. So running right through this product are links back to stress relief. Can boost libido, and again it's an adaptogen. There's also sea greens in this product. I've been over the benefits of sea greens, which is massive, absolutely massive. But just for the sake of graduates, you might remember from Monday or you might not. It's a premium brand of certified organic seaweed species. It provides bioavailable, that's really important, they're bioavailable, your body can use them instantly. Minerals, vitamins and trace elements. Supports weight management by reducing carbohydrate absorption. This is the sea greens. Detoxification and cleansing. Blood, lymph, kidneys and digestive tract. Supports normal cognitive and neurological function, and supports iodine. Ensures proper thyroid function, again linking back to iodine. Supports healthy digestion in skin and enhances the growth of beneficial bacteria in the digestive tract. What's a theme running right through these products as well is gut health, which is why it's been a huge topic this week. So you can see why I'm hugely proud. You can see why I'm sitting on top of the world in my wee whatever, on my own pedestal, thinking, yeah, you've not white labelled, you've went for it, you've brought your clients, your customers, the best possible ingredients. So I care about you, I want the best for you. So nothing else was going to beat it but the best. Okay, so that is recharge. Magnesium citrate, here, just quickly. If you have leg cramps, especially at night, magnesium citrate will help with that. Headaches, migraines. A lot of you suffer with migraines before Feel It Be. It's very calming. I told you it's absorbed easily. It helps with constipation. You get it. See, with ashwagandha root, there's research to back up that there's a 79, or in studies there was a 79% improvement in people with depression, and a 65% improvement with people with anxiety. Ashwagandha root. Could you believe that? Would you ever think that Indian ginseng could do that? Yeah, you probably would, because you've probably read about it. But wow. No medicine, no toxins, no chemicals. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? With analytes, remember that, with analytes. Helps adaptogenic equilibrium state. So when you take it, you're going to just reset, calm, chill out, relieve your stress. I'm going to help you relieve stress anyway. Remember, stress accumulates in the body. So if somebody is bugging you, or there's something going on in your life that you don't like, pissing you off, it's causing you stress, get rid of it. Get rid of him. Get rid of her. Get them out your space. That stressor, you could take any amount of supplements you want, but if that stressor's still in your face and still constantly there, is the supplement going to help? Probably not. So you need to change your behaviours, and then ashwagandha with analytes will help you reset and find your equilibrium. Okay, done. We are done.